few years ago, when the Federation was responding to this Indian Ocean tsunami, I think many of us thought that we would never again be faced with such a devastating disaster. So many people killed, so many people left homeless. Here we are in 2010 with an even more complex disaster. We're facing a true tragedy in Haiti. When the earthquake struck on the 12th of January, not only did Haiti suffer enormous loss of life and injuries, but unlike many of the other disasters that we have faced, it lost its capital city. With the capital city went the country. What government and what infrastructure was there was lost and completely destroyed. And we are facing an even more complex situation than we ever have done before. The response of the Federation, along with other agencies, was extremely rapid. Looking back on it now, 3 months later, this is in fact the fastest and most intensive response operation that we have run in decades. We have delivered services to more people in a shorter period of time than we have ever done. Over 1 million people have received shelter materials from the humanitarian community, many of those provided by the Federation. The Federation itself has targeted 400,000 people for a relief operation, and we're almost 100% of the way there. The result of this is that although the situation in the streets of Port-au-Prince is truly horrific still, the fact of the matter is that the people that have been displaced are now receiving more than ever, maybe even before the earthquake, a regular and reliable supply of clean drinking water. They're getting food, they have access to health care, and their situation, while still desperate, is significantly improved from those early days of the disaster. What are we doing next? 1.6 million people still remain homeless in the streets of Port-au-Prince and in the regional towns. They're faced with the traditionally devastating rainy season. The hurricane season is coming along, and they are more vulnerable than they ever were. The Federation, its national societies that are supporting it, are now dedicated to providing an improved level and safer level of more dignified shelter, and you will see some of the prototypes here behind me that we are now starting to build. That effort needs to be supported by a more reliable supply of land and space. One of the greatest shortages that we're faced with, and what is definitely holding back the momentum that we have built, is the ability to have more humanitarian space. However, we have to be realistic. The chances of being able to get a significant number of people under safer shelter before the rainy season is not likely to happen. We will move forward with this program aggressively, but in the meantime, we must fall back on what the Red Cross is traditionally expected and will deliver, and that is an immediate surge in our emergency capacity should it become necessary during the coming months. As the rainy season approaches and the hurricane season is upon us, the Federation has developed a very, very aggressive disaster risk reduction and disaster preparedness surge program, not just for the area impacted by the earthquake, but for the whole of Haiti. We will be taking this current dry period of time to pre-position disaster response stock, tarpaulins, kitchen sets in various locations around the country, and particularly reinforce our ability to respond using the emergency response units and the many delegates that are currently working here in Port-au-Prince. This will ensure that in the event of a hurricane impacting on this part of the country, or indeed in any other part of Haiti, the Federation and the national societies supporting the Haitian Red Cross will be ready to respond.